Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I want to show you guys how you can create a search bar or add a search bar to your WordPress website. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this inside of Elementor because if you don't know, I am a Elementor builder, and a link for building with Elementor or getting started with Elementor will be down in the description box below. So let's go ahead and hop right into the tutorial. Now, the first thing is to obviously open this page up, or whatever page it is you're wanting to add the search bar to. You need to open that particular page up inside of Elementor. So I already have this page here that I created, and honestly, this header piece that actually has the search bar in it is also created on this page. So open up the page inside of Elementor, and you will see in this announcement bar right here, if we were to just hover over to this container, I'm using this widget called search. Now, how you can find this is honestly just going to the widgets tabs up here and searching for search. And it's going to be this widget right here. Since I already have it on the page, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to keep it right here. And all I'm going to do is click on this widget so we can take a look at the settings, because it's super rich, it's richful and robust for whatever it is you're needing to use it for. So whether it be for your blog post, whether it be for your products, I'm going to show you that over here. So this is going to be the most important parts. So after you have the widget in here, of course, you can style it up to make it look like you're on. We're going to get to that in just a second. But first off, you have the search field itself. So you have the placeholder, whether you want it to say search, or if you want to make it match the verbiage of your particular website, you can say search products, browse products, whatever. You can just change that right here, and you will see as you start to edit it, you will see it show up in the live preview right there. Let's go ahead and add that back. And then you'll see underneath there, you have the option to do an icon. So you don't have to use an icon. You can just choose none if you want no icon. You just want it to be the search bar. However, you can go and choose an icon. Let's just do search. You can choose whichever icon you want, and then you can put that right there. Now, you do have the option to turn on autocomplete. So let's just say if you're typing in, or if you want people to be typing stuff in and then it auto completes the sentence or the search for them, you can have that on. I wouldn't say that because sometimes people, people be searching things in their own way. So I wouldn't say turn it on, but it's totally up to you. You also have the option to have a clear icon. So as people are actually typing something, do you want the option for the icon to exit out to appear? I would highly suggest you do that and keep that on. But again, if you don't want it, you can just choose none. And then you also have the submit thing. So trigger can be basically the enter key. It can be a submit button, or it can be both. So it's totally up to you. I would just say keep it on enter key because most people are using their mobile phones. And honestly, most people just click enter by default to trigger the results to pop up from the search. But again, it's totally up to you. Then the next tab you have is the results. Do you want it to be live results? If you toggle that on, then you will see a template, and this is going to be basically how it appears to people, like how those results appear if you want to choose a template. Or you don't have to choose a template, you can just let it, do a default basic white one. We can close that. Then the next thing you have, it's going to be super important for this one, is going to be the query, because what results are you looking to get back from this search widget, right? So whether or not you want this to come from everything on your website, then you can also choose products, which is going to be most feasible for obviously your e-commerce websites out there. You want it to come back from your post, and of course this is going to be like your blog post. Do you want it to come back and pull up pages, or do you want it to do floating elements? Now, the floating elements is something that you're probably not going to ever use. So for the most part, whether you want this to go from your products, posts, or pages, it's totally up to you. And once you do choose that, so let's just say I wanted to choose it to show up from my products on my website, you can now include and exclude. So if you want to include certain products, you can, or if you want to exclude some, you can. Right here, I don't have any products on this demo site to show you guys because I'm just going basically over the settings and the options that you have. But of course, all you have to do is start typing it out, and then it'll come from there. And down here, of course, you have some other settings like how you want things to be displayed. And then you also have some additional settings here, which is just pagination, and you can choose whether you want it to go from numbers, previous, or next, or both. It's totally up to you. And now, like I said, if you want it to look a certain way, that's where the style tab comes into play. You go over here to the style tab and you can set it up. So of course, in most cases, the search bar or like the search option inside of websites is typically a white background, and everything is pretty much grayed out because they want you to not be, confused by anything. They just want you to, type in here. So for the most part, for the typography, for the placeholder color, I just went with this little off gray text color, the icon color. Of course, my little white box definitely has a border with. If I close this, you guys may be able to see it. Probably can't, but it's like a little border around it, 1 pixel's width of border. And I did also choose it to be in a transparency type of gray. And of course, you can do your radius. You guys know all of the styling options you have to really just make it look as custom as you will want it. And then of course you have the sizing, or not the sizing, the styling for the clear button. So the X that will pop up, you have the option to edit that exactly how you want it to look. So you can choose the color. Let's just say you want it to be like a reddish color. You can do that. And of course you can kind of style up how you want the results to look once people start searching and results start to actually pull up. And that's pretty much it. That's exactly how you can add this search widget to your website inside of Elementor. So if we go back to the homepage, you see that it sits up there, and it's going to be up there the entire time. Of course, you can choose, of course, whether you want it to be visible on mobile or not. It's totally up to you. And that's all I have for today's video. If you guys want to check out Elementor for yourself, I do have a link down in the description box for you. It is an affiliate link, but it has no additional charge to you at all whatsoever. I just get a small percentage to help me buy a cup of coffee, and of course to continue to support my channel. That helps out a lot. So that's all I have for today's video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.